Hello Aries, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot channel and welcome to the reading. Thank you for joining in and let us get started with your reading. Let's see what the cards are going to talk to you about today. So, I've already picked up two cards. Let's see what they're about. And this is the foundation of your reading. I've got the card of the lady and I have the card of the dog. Your reading is about a young woman. Okay, it could be a companion, a friend, your wife, love interest, or any other person with very strong feminine energy that you've thought of, or really actually a, a lady, a young woman, right? And it's all about their faithfulness to them. How loyal are they to you? Are they by your side? Do they have your best interest in their heart? Are they really there for you? The question of loyalty, the question of faithfulness, that is what is being highlighted in this reading for you, Aries. So it's all about a feminine person's faithfulness, companionship, that is going to be explored in this reading. Okay, you really want to see what are their intentions. Are they really there for you? Do they really have anything in their heart for you? Are they really for you? You know, it's like the companion, constant companion, the way the dog is. It's only for the master, it's not for anyone else. Master, caretaker, whatever you would like to say. But its loyalty and faithfulness is, is unquestionable. It only responds to that one person who's always been there. So you are also looking at this person, as this lady, at this feminine figure, that is she there for you? Is she really there for you? You got the Knight of Wands, the Fool, and the High Priestess. See, your association with this young person was very, it was a step taken in haste. You just followed your passion as far as she was concerned, and you just kept, pursuing her and connecting with her because you were so driven by your passion for her. And she was someone, you thought you had never met anyone like her, right? And she was very different also from you. Maybe that is what also attracted you to her. Very quiet person, keeps a lot to herself. She's very intuitive, could be connected with spiritual sciences as well. All of these things attracted you to her, and you followed, like the Knight of Wands. It's just following her with a lot of passion, following her, just being after her. I get that energy of pursuit because this is something new. This was something you'd never come across, and this was something, it was very enchanting energy, very mysterious. You wanted to know it more. You wanted to get well versed with that. You wanted to know it at a deeper level. A very new and random experience for you, Aries. And Aries by nature loves to explore the unexplored, loves to go ahead with something it does not know because it wants to know. And that is why she, being so different from you and being so alluring, you could not help but pursue her. Okay, she has been very quiet. She is also very mysterious, and I think that air of mystery is something which intrigued you even further. Five of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Two of Swords. There is a lot of conflict, between you and her, or the conflict is between, your energies as such. and you want to move away from the conflict. You don't want to, you know, spend too much time trying to explore, understand what is happening. It's that, now the clash has come between you and her and in your relationship. You feel, whether she is really your companion or no. You feel whether she is really meant for you, or you really meant for her. There is a lot of clash internally, and there could be that clash of energy between you as well as her. She being very quiet and mysterious, you being very, you being, pursuing everything for the world to see. It's causing a lot of clash, and this is something, you feel that you really cannot continue like this in this relationship, and you would like to move away from it. That's what you're feeling in the present. Your thoughts are want to pursue your thoughts. Don't want to get entangled and have this conversation which always creates a clash. You don't want to be thinking about her when it causes a lot of unrest and instability in you. Your thoughts go haywire, and maybe you are looking at, you feel pushed and pulled in both directions, and in the moment you feel that one should move away a little from her or from the person, so that you can really sort out things for yourself. For now, in the present, you feel like creating some distance between you and the other person, so that you can assess things for yourself. You feel like you have that very strong urge of moving away for a while, and maybe to really think through things, or you feel that you really need to think of all of the relationship as well as your connection in a place which is more quiet, which gives you the solitude, which gives you that little time and place, energy for yourself to look at things for yourself, when you're alone, and then take a good look at what really is happening with you. So that's what you feel right now, that you want to move away for a little while, and some of you could have already moved away as you're watching the reading. Got the Temperance card, Ace of Coins, and the Six of Swords. See what's coming up for you in this relationship, Aries. Having taken out some time for yourself and pondering over this all by yourself, you will be able to see a lot of perspectives to this relationship. You will see a lot of pros and cons in the relationship. You will get that time to sit quietly and assess things for yourself, which will bring about a little balance in you, in the way you're looking at the person, in the way you are in this relationship. Whole lot of perspectives are going to come to your awareness when you are spending time by yourself and looking at things for yourself. With that balance coming in, you would like to have a new start with this person, something more solid. First it is all about energy, wands, swords, right? And the Fool card. This is the Ace of Coins, the Pentacles, which makes things real. Having gone through a lot of your own feelings, now you come into a more balanced energy where you feel that you would like to give this relationship a try. You feel that you must make a decision for yourself about moving or staying away, with this person. At least with this taking time out for yourself, you will get that clarity of what is working, what is not working, how you are gelling, how are you getting along in all of this, whether it's really your cup of tea, whether it's really something you want to take forward for yourself. So before you make it real, you want to take that time off. You want to come into that good harmony with your own energy and the person's energy before you decide to move ahead with them or move away from them. With the Eight of Wands, it would be a good idea to take a short, a short trip, go on a short holiday, just the weekend. And I think that is going to make a lot of difference. You could want to implement that once you are sorted out about this relationship, and then you see that all right, you have come to a certain conclusion, a certain balance. Now let me give it another chance. Let me see whether this can really happen. And before you explore that or you commit to that for the long term, you would like to test it a little and go for a short trip a short vacation with them to see how you really get along now after having sorted out a few things for yourself. Because in the past, the attraction was so strong, the passion was so strong that you just kept pursuing it, but that same energy started getting out of control a little for you, and you had to kind of ground yourself. You had to be a little more practical. You had to take stock of your feelings and thoughts, because it was going all over the place. So you will get that time, you are doing all of that, and just to see how it works, you would want to, I feel you want to take a little trip before you decide to. Some of you, could have already thought of it. I mean, having done all the groundwork, you're very sure of this opportunity of, moving on your own or moving with them. But for most of you, I see, going for a little trip with them. What's your guidance card? Positive thoughts create positive results. There is a lot of negative and positive in everything. So when you are taking the time off, these cards are saying look at the positive also, weigh in the positives a little more than the negatives, and then you see what is it that comes to you, what is it that you start thinking, how is it that you start looking at this relationship. So it's not you were things happen very very fast initially. Now that stability needs to come slow, steady. That energy, now that it's coming in, it's, I think, taking you a little by surprise, Aries. So look at everything, but also look at the positive aspects and how those can work. What's your outcome? 9 of Wands. Don't give up on this relationship. Maybe the energy is too intense, maybe you need to move away just to get it in balance, but this is not something you should quit. This is not somebody you should give up on. Protect this relationship, keep it with you. The person is very nice, they're loyal, they're faithful, they're committed, they're a good companion. But maybe things have been a little heated in the past. Just allow yourself to see everything in a different perspective, in a different light. Focus more on the positives. This relationship is worth keeping and worth saving. So that was your reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Thank you for watching.